Hey, Stan, Chucky, Melissa, man, y'all all run in here at the same time. Yeah, I'm trying to. I went to bed at 9:15. Could not sleep. I've been laying in there since 9:15. I finally said the hell with it, and I got up. I don't know why, because I almost went to sleep at 6 o'clock. I had to fight it not to. I don't know what's going on. So you got that bad cough. You having trouble kicking that round of COVID, huh? Just got home from work. Oh, it's 1 o'clock in Pennsylvania. Yo, you must work second shift. Hey, Tiger. Y'all, I've taken up a new, it's not really a hobby. I took up I've been fermenting vegetables. The first thing I did was 2 heads of cabbage. I made sauerkraut. And that was on what's the day, Friday? It's 2 days old. So that was on Wednesday. And then the day I went up to the grocery store and bought 11 or 12, I can't remember how many, big old beets. And I put, I'm fermenting the beets now. I made 4 different recipes to see which one we like the best. That stuff is easy to do, and it's good food. Man, that's what I never have. I had no idea that you could ferment that stuff. Well, I've eaten a bunch of it. I just didn't know it was. That's how they preserved it. And yeah, I got 4 quarts of beets out of those 12 beets that I had there. Yeah, 4 full quarts. And the only thing about beets, you have to skin them, peel them, which that ain't no trouble. It's just time consuming. But a beet is tough, man. You got to have a sharp knife, quarter them things up and cut them all up into rings and everything. And they tough. Yes. Make raisins. Yeah. And yeah, if I was to ferment it, if I was to run it through a still, it'd probably be pretty good stuff. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up here, hey, Bug, and if anybody knows anything about anything about this fermenting process, I sure wish you'd come up and let's talk about it, because I'm just learning. But I know I love that flavor because I love the pickles at the grocery store that are in the cool rack, not out there on the shelf with the rest of the pickles, but the ones that keep cool, those are fermented pickles. And I can't eat but a jar a day of them things. And I didn't know, well, I never thought about why they kept them in the cool rack. But Vlasic is one of the brands, and they keep them in the cool section of in a cooler, They fermented. And old coach, if I live long enough, old coach gonna have him about 2 or 3 gallons of fermented cucumbers. Because I raised a lot of cucumbers already, but I'm gonna make me some pickles. Hey, Jody. Well, I never saw it but one time, once or twice, around when I was growing up. But the old country stores used to have a keg of pickles. Have y'all ever seen that? A wooden keg with pickles in, floating in. And if you wanted a pickle, you bought a pickle, they stick a big fork down in there and give it to you in a little sack. It's just a bunch of pickles in I don't know, maybe 5-gallon wooden keg. And I saw that a couple of times growing up. Hey, Annette. Thank y'all for coming in. But I had no idea. I never thought about it when I was that age, but I love that flavor. And you use no vinegar, but it has a tang to it just like vinegar. I love it. And I tell you something else. Okay, come on up with me. I tell you something else. When you get through like that cabbage brine, cabbage makes its own brine. Hey, Alvin, you don't have to add water to cabbage. You just do the salt and stuff. But when you eat up all of the sauerkraut, you take that brine that's left and make salad dressing out of it. Jar it up and put it in the refrigerator and maybe put a little oil with it, olive oil. It's already got the garlic, and it's already, you might want to put some mustard seeds, or you can put some more seasoning with it. And you put it in the jars and put it in the refrigerator and use it for salad dressing. How about that? But if anybody knows anything about all that, I sure wish you'd come up and let's talk about it. And if we don't talk about that, we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Talk about Jody not catching no fish tonight. She just out there building up her watch hours. Letting James do all the fishing. She wouldn't even help the man net the fish. Boy. Wouldn't even open the net. Wouldn't even extend the handle on the net. Yeah, she got skunked and was such a puss poet about it, Alice. She wouldn't even, when James caught the fish at the end of the session, she wouldn't even net him and wouldn't even extend the handle on the net. So he had to hold the fish and extend the net himself. She was so upset for not catching the fish. She wouldn't even, I couldn't believe she wasn't going to help the man net the fish. Yeah, he the hog. That's exactly right, Tex. Jody, I kind of felt sorry for you when they got to talking about your cooking skills. What did he say? Banana banana soup or something. I forget what he said. Yeah, I forgot what he said. He said something about what was that banana soup? It's supposed to be whatever it was. Yeah, man. Yeah, my buddy. He finally got up. Oh, I just messing with you, Jody. You know that. Oh my, yeah, banana pudding soup. I laughed and I was in the bed. I didn't cut the telephone off. I was watching y'all when he said banana pudding soup. And I snorted and looked at jump. I thought that was funny. Oh well, it don't feel bad. Yeah, my wife can't cook either. She tried, but I know I don't. Thin as milk, huh? I told y'all the story about the monkey bread. I ain't going. It's a long story. I ain't going through it. But, hey, John, thank you for coming in, bud. But that monkey bread was quite a story too. John Parker. No, but I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can. From hey, Johnny Small Pepper. I wonder if you can. Hey, hey, Pepper. Let me ask you something. To you, now to you, your personal opinion. What is the most? And it ain't got to be super hot now. Hot is okay. Super hot, I guess. Just usually. What is your favorite tasting hot pepper? The most flavorful hot pepper to you? What variety? What the name? What's the name of it? It's got a lot of flavor. And where can I get them? Jalapeno. Okay. Well, all right. Good. I'm on. That's what I use in all my recipes. Jalapeno. Okay. Well, I don't raise them. I have raised them, jalapenos, but I usually go to the grocery store. I Kroger's up here. All peppers get them tasty different charges. No, I'm canning with them. I'm fermenting with them, Johnny. Put them in pickled beets and pickles, cucumbers. I'm gonna do some in some. I'm gonna do some in some sauerkraut here in another month or so. I'm just looking for. I just want to use a good flavorful, and I already use them in everything else. Yellow niner peppers. Yeah, they just don't have no heat. You don't really like peppers. You can fool me. I see you eat some mighty hot peppers. Oh, uh, all right. Well, I just tell y'all, this is a Bloody Mary I'm drinking, and I I infused vodka with 3 jalapeno peppers about a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago, and that's that's pretty good stuff. I cut them long ways, and I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. Cut the ends of them off and split them down the middle and put them in that bottle of vodka, and it's really flavorful. That's V8 juice and with a little Worcestershire. It's all the seasoning it has to have. Yeah, Johnny, they infuse tequila. Listen, let me tell you something, Johnny. Since you apparently you never heard of it, they do dill pickles. They infuse vodka with dill pickles. Uh, I didn't discover it until I was up and watching my grandson run cross country in Little Rock. Oh, back in the fall, and they run early in the morning, and so it was all over, and we went out to eat, and we went to a place there in Little Rock, and I was just gonna order a Bloody Mary. I did order a Bloody Mary, and the waitress said, "You want it a plain Bloody Mary?" And I said, well, "What other kind of Bloody Marys are there?" She said, "Well, we've got jalapeno Bloody Marys, and we've got dill pickle Bloody Marys, and we got plain Bloody Marys." I said, "Well, what is the plain?" And she said, "It's just a regular Bloody Mary." And I said, "Well, how?" And she said, "We infuse the vodka with jalapenos, and we infuse vodka with dill pickle." Well, I said, "Well, I tell you what, bring me a dill pickle one." And my son said he never heard of it either. He said, "Well, bring me the jalapeno." And look here, uh, they both were delicious. And so here about a month ago, I said, well, since after Christmas, well, before Christmas, actually, I thought about that, and I went up to the store, and I got 3 jalapenos, and went by the liquor store and got me a bottle of vodka, and I made me some infused vodka with jalapenos. Now, I hadn't done the dill pickle yet. Yeah, I I have seen folks do that, Tiger. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them make celery juice. Now, I mean, I know people that keep that stuff in the refrigerator. Now, I don't know about carrots or celery. Or you, they don't need one of them too much for me. But yeah, you can infuse all that stuff. That the waitress there. The reason I know you can do tequila because the waitress told us. I asked her what else do they infuse, and they just lucky I knew what infused meant. I, I don't even know why I knew, but I knew what she was talking about. And she said, well, we do vodka, gin, and tequila. And I can't remember what flavors they do with tequila. And I can't remember the flavors with gin, but I know it was. I know jalapenos was in all three of them. But they did another one. It was something else. There was something else that they infused that in the tequila, and I can't remember what it was. Could have been lime. That don't. Yeah, I believe it may have been lime. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that dill pickle one, and I tasted the jalapeno one, and I liked it better than the dill pickle, and that's the reason I did what I did when I made them also. Yeah. Well, I tell you, that stuff. Yeah, has he been doing it again, or is those old videos? Is that him? Is he? I watched one of them, but I couldn't tell if it was him now or years ago. I watched Alicia digging. She done got in a barn site by an old house, and the house is gone, and everything. And she's digging up enough farm equipment. I was looking for her to dig up a dead mule. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't watched any. I watched one of them. Oh, I know what I watched. I watched him when he put all them clad corns in the tumbler. That's that's what I do. The same thing with that old clad. I was going today. I got up and got to go. Hey, Tasha. And my hip was hurting pretty bad. And I said, well, I better not push it. So, and then I got to thinking about them beets. So I did that. It took me about an hour and a half, put up 4 quarts of beets. That ain't bad. Yeah, he's in South Carolina. You know, he was out west looking for dead folks for a month. The aqua chicken, pretty good. I can watch him metal detecting. I can watch him when he gets in the Roanoke River or what river is that over there in Virginia? Oh heck, I can't remember. But he gets in that river. He got that funny made little old boat he runs around in and looks for that Civil War stuff. I can watch all that. But when he goes to climbing down in them caves, I can't watch that. I can't watch him crawl down, digging a hole in the ground to get to the cave. I don't know if he's on the Potomac or not, but Shenandoah, that's what it is. Shenandoah Tiger. Oh man, I've been watching Aqua Chica for, man, I don't know how many years. Way back in. But he you know, he made a profession out of it. I don't think he's had a job in years and years and years. I think he's been living off of YouTube for long years. He's very popular. There, hell, everybody knows him. Beaver got after him. Yeah. You know, Texas, buddy that he used to hunt with there local. I never could figure out what happened. He talked about it one time. But that fella turned on him and, oh, is she? I didn't know that. That old boy turned on him and it kind of upset Chig for a while. And I can't remember the old boy's name. I mean, I saw them hunting together all the time on the video. Yeah. Yeah. Alicia, Alicia, she getting better and better with that machine. And she gotta spend some more time by trying to identify some of that stuff so she'll know where to get away from. She dug up a iron post. She called it a hatchet, an axe. It wasn't no axe, but it just shaped like an axe. And then some kind of old jagged tin thing. She was in a dump, and you just would throw that metal detector away when you get in a dump. They ain't no good at all. Yeah, I'm glad she got out of them parks and got out there and started. She gonna dig up something old, and she gonna be ruined then. Because Kentucky got a rich history. It's way older than. Yeah, you know, Dr. Tones found that. What was that? A quarter? It was some kind of quarter he found years ago, and I'm gonna say 6, 7 years ago. He sold that thing for right at $7,000, and you don't hear much from him anymore. I watch the Stealth Diggers 24/7. I watched every episode of the Stealth Diggers. Every episode they ever put out. I went back and watched from day one when they didn't do nothing but hike through the woods. When Charlie didn't do nothing but hike. And then he bought an Ace 250, a low cheap metal detector. And he didn't use it very long. And he got a AT Pro. And they used those for years. And then they got a big group of them. And now they're using the Technetics. Technetics sent them a bunch of metal detectors. And I'll just say they find more stuff now with the Technetics than they were. They go back over these places that they've hunted. Hey, Lance. With the AT Pros, and they find new stuff, you know. They pretty they pretty good guys. They caught a lot of flack because you know, Keeb passed away. Keebler passed away. They didn't even acknowledge it. They never said anything about it, and a lot of folks turned on them. You know, I don't know whether. I don't really know why. None of my business. But yeah, I noticed the key wasn't there, and I just happened to be in a. Well, I won't name any names, but on Facebook, I'm friends with a bunch of the folks in the metal detecting community, and I happened to see a post come up, about they were criticizing Charlie for not saying anything, and then somebody took up for Charlie, and then they got into a cuss fight on Facebook. Y'all know how all that goes. But yeah, Key was pretty funny. But him and Charlie were really tight. I don't know if something happened and they fell out. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. You didn't know that, Tex? You didn't know the Key passed? I don't guess you did. I think last year. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever listened to the band? What's the name of the band that Charlie has? Dang, I can't remember. But they have another channel. Charlie got another channel, and the name of it is that band, and I can't remember the name of it. Thank you, Mr. Lance, cool guy. I see you gonna burbot fish tomorrow. You up mighty late to be gonna go be fishing in the morning. You tough though. You tough. You bad to the bone, Lance. When George Thorogood, whatever his name is, wrote that song about bad to the bone, they must have been writing about you. Yeah, third eye. Okay, man. Well, I hope you catch some burbot. Third eye, it's third something, but the eye don't sound right. I don't know. But I understood they wrote all that music. It's several of those boys at Melotech that they're in that group. The third. No, it ain't Tex. I don't believe. Third. You right on the third, but I don't believe it's third eye. No, it ain't third eye. Something else. But I think they write all that music. You know, Keebs was a sound man. He set up sound systems at fairs and concerts and all that stuff. Him and Charlie used to work. Charlie used to help him. Okay, Melissa, appreciate it. Y'all gonna make me famous. All right. I'm gonna help Melissa out. There it is again. I don't know what's wrong with my sleeping habits. I got up early this morning, been up all day, doing stuff. I didn't take a nap. No. I wore Lucky out, I know that. He whooped third. That ain't right either. Third. Come on, Tiger. Third life, no. I don't know. I can't. Third. I got it written down somewhere in that drawer, but I'll never find it. I don't know. Stay up all day and night. Yeah. Hey, Mark. How you doing, bud? I beat you to the punch tonight, Mark. There that link is again. Come on, Tiger. Help me out, man. Mm. I tell you, they're pretty good. You know, if they played somewhere that had pretty good acoustics, uh, okay, Mark. Now look, the only reason I did it is because I went to bed at 9:30 and watched Jody and James for off and on trying to go to sleep and cut it off, and then I cut it back on my telephone. And finally, at 12, right before 12, I said, hell, I can't sleep. So I got up, mixed me a little Bloody Mary, and went live. I don't watch too much TV at night. And the only TV, I ain't even turned the TV on today. Matter of fact, I just couldn't sleep. Took my medicine and everything. With dinner, okay. That's funny. Y'all call it dinner. I call it supper. Hmm. There you go, man. Hey, Chris. Yeah. Look here, y'all. If any of y'all want I still got some stickers that I need to pass out. If any of y'all that's in here don't have one, I wish y'all send me an email and let me mail some more out. Yeah, y'all may already have them. I don't know. I got a list of who I've mailed them to. What made me think about it, old Wild Bill Wright up there in Northeast Arkansas sent me a text message the other day and wanted two more. And y'all probably, I guess, more than likely, everybody in here has already got one. Yeah, but I do need to get rid of some more, mail some more out. See you later, Tasha. Yep, this fermenting stuff is pretty fun. I just hope I hadn't taste tested any of it yet. I kind of tasted the crowd a little bit along. Once when I did it, and then once today, and it's coming along good. It tastes good. It's gonna be good, I think. Lance, you gonna fish in the same spot that you were fishing the other night? I get unless he's already gone. Or you going to that other river you talking about? Same spot. Hmm. Have you already got your bait, Lance, lined up or caught or bought? However you get it. James Bailey. Next weekend, the other spot. Okay. Hmm. I won something the other night on a metal detecting podcast. I just remembered that Monday night is a display of Civil War bullets. I don't know. I think it's three Civil War bullets, different calibers, different makers, in a display case. That's gonna be pretty neat. Yeah, that'll be sharp. Maybe give me some ideas about some of these. I don't know how many hundred of Civil War rounds I got over here, but it's hundreds. And if it's not too expensive, I could probably do mine like that and put them on eBay and sell some of that stuff. Because when I'm gone, hell, they ain't gonna do nothing with it. Throw it away. Turn it into cash. You know, I love digging them old Civil War bullets. That's fun, but you know how many Civil War bullets do you really need? You get one, and then you got 300 more just like it. Let's see. Well, yeah, it could have been. So just well sell some of them. I don't know what happened to them, Tex, but something happened. Well, Tex, you ever come up with the name of the band? The third something? What? And Stan, I'm not sure what you are asking. You mean coins that are dated during the Civil War, 1860 to 1865? Is that what you're asking? Third Life. I was subscribed. Okay, yeah, I was too. I didn't remember it being the Third Life. Okay. Well, you were right then. Is that what you asking, Stan? I've got tons of coins that dated 1865 and before. Not tons, but probably 30 or 40. Yeah, at least that many. Reals, uh, large cents, half dimes, dimes, uh, one. I've only found one chime, which that's a pretty neat coin to find because they're pretty rare. Found one chime, and I found one Indian head penny, 1865. One Indian head penny, dated Civil War date. Uh, no quarters, no halves, and no silver dollars dated that early. But I've only found one silver dollar. Silver boys, yeah. It's hard to keep those big groups together, Tiger. It's all good, for a while, but now Charlie's got his 4 guys that they hunt together pretty regular. Uh, it's usually him and Dame and no heck, I can't. My mind's not working good. And the other 2 boys. But it's hard. It's hard to hunt those big groups like that and keep them together because I tell you what happens. And I never have been in a big group, but you get a permission, and the person that you get permission from will say, "Now I don't want anybody else here." Well, there you go. Then you branch off, and then the other fellow. I know what you're talking about, though. Then you get somebody else in the group will get a permission, and the fellow says, "Yeah, but I don't want a big group here." And so there you go. And then there's some hard feelings, and everybody knows it. Some landowners just don't want a big group of folks roaming around out there. I run into that here with just 2 people or 3 people. Yeah, I remember Jeff Ford. I tell you the reason I like the stealth diggers, and the reason Charlie's hung in there as long as he had, and Aqua Sugar, is they let you hear the signal. They let you hear the machine. Okay, Melissa. They let you hear the machine, and that's important to me. I don't care about seeing the numbers, but I like to hear the machine and hear what it's saying. And the stealth diggers, they don't use earphones. They all of them blaring out. So that's one of the reasons that if somebody's waving the machine, no signal, they got the headphones on and you can't hear it, and they say, "Oh, that's a good high pitch, that's a good signal," and they go to digging. Well, and I don't ever hear the machine, but I don't ever go back and watch it. And I've always commented on their machine, on their videos, that why don't you let people hear the machine? I can go out here and dig in my backyard. It don't make no difference digging a hole. I don't want to care about watching somebody dig a hole. I want to hear what the machine said. And that's the reason I watch the stealth diggers, is because they let you hear the machine. And if I ever run into Alicia, and she does pretty good on it, but she's just starting, you know. But you want to hear what that machine says. Yeah, oh yeah, Plugmaster Forward. Yeah, that's right. Now I know who it is. Yeah, I watched it. And Quarter Holder and what's the young boy now? He even got old now. Or getting older. I can't think of his name. He's a Garrett man. Or was a Garrett man. I don't know what he's using now. But he's pretty big. Yeah, you know, and that's the part of metal detecting that's intriguing, that's interesting to me is I like to look at the terrain they hunt in, you know, the woods or the field. But I like to hear that machine when it goes over a target. That to me, that's the best part of it. And then trying to guess what they done dug up. I watched Charlie so much with nickel nibbler. Okay. I watched Charlie so much, I know when it's gonna be a shotgun shell. I knew it on the AT Pro, and now I know it on that F75 or whatever he's swinging now. That's a head stamp there. Nugget noggin, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now we got a boy down here in Memphis. His name is Riley Bryant. Riley Bryant. He's a premier metal detector in the whole country. I'm telling you about him now. Raccoon. I was watching a raccoon chop and cook. Okay. Yeah. Riley Bryant is a premier Civil War hunter. I'm telling you. He is I don't know, that boy ain't 22, 23 years old. He started when he was about 15. He lived in Memphis, OL out east of Memphis. Well, Mark, I tell you what now. My oldest son, of course, it's not even my recipe. It's a friend of mine's recipe and I used to cook coons all the time. At least 3 times a year, I put on a coon supper once a year, and then I cook them, you know, for the house, just family, a couple of times a year. But I'd make a coon supper every year, have 8 or 10 guys over to eat. But I got a coon recipe that I tell you what now, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's cooked on the grill. And what I was saying, Reed is a fella down here that writes books, and he did a wildlife recipe book. And Reed gave him the recipe because I taught Reed how to do it. And yeah, he had a headshot, yeah. Well, it probably didn't look good compared to that. But anyway, Reed put that recipe in the book. And Leo was my buddy that taught me how to do it. And I called Leo and told him, I said, boy, That boy of mine that put your recipe in the book is his recipe. I said he didn't give you credit for it or nothing. I didn't know what was going on. I would have told him. I said you need to put Leo's name in there, not your name. I would have told him that, but I didn't know he was doing it. Of course, Leo laughed about it. He thought it was funny. Yeah, because Reed thought it was my recipe. I said, man, it ain't my recipe. And I learned how to do it from a real chef, a real cook. But if you do it right, it's pretty good. I like it. And it's real simple. The hardest thing about coons is hardest thing about coons is making sure you get all of the mustard, all the glands out of it. You got to do that, or you can't eat it. But they're not hard to get out if you know where they are. But my favorite wild game, of course, we eat a lot of venison. Of course, you know everybody. Well, don't everybody, but lots and lots of people eat venison. But my favorite is rabbit. Now I tell you, I love rabbit. I love wild rabbit. I like wild rabbit a lot better than I do tame rabbits. Yeah, squirrels are good as long as you shoot them with a rifle. That's good. That too, Lance. My wife can. My wife can tie doves up. I don't like them all that much. They a little bit too. Well, I can eat two or three. They're real rich to me, and I don't eat a lot of rich food. I can't eat it. It just don't. It don't stay. I get full quick. But she can tie them up. Of course, she eats beef liver too, so and duck. So, but none of the rest of us ever ate it. In fact, Reed, my oldest son, is allergic to liver. His lips swell up when he eats. I wish mine swelled up so I wouldn't. Of course, I don't eat it. And, it sounds good. Liver and onions and gravy sounds delicious, but it ain't to me. It ain't fit to eat. Mm-hmm. Only way I've ever been able to eat more than one bite of duck was fried, sliced, battered, salt and pepper, and fried in a black skillet. That's the only way I've ever been able to eat it. Any other way I've ever eaten it, and I've tried to eat it 100 different times, is it just gets bigger and bigger in my mouth, and I finally can swallow it, and then I don't put no more in my mouth. I don't like duck. I don't like that liver taste. Yeah. Okay, Melissa, welcome back. Mark, do you eat something I don't eat, but I want to ask you, do you eat Brussels sprouts? Brussels sprouts. Do you eat Brussels sprouts, Mark? I Brussels sprout. I ran across Brussels sprouts during between Christmas. No, Thanksgiving. I guess it was Thanksgiving. I don't eat them. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Hell, I don't do the cheese, but they fixed some. They all the kids and the families came here for Thanksgiving, and both of my granddaughters are. I'm both of my granddaughters. Both of my daughters-in-law are excellent cooks. In fact, one of them is. I'd almost call her a chef. And I raised a case of Brussels sprouts out here in the garden, and they were looking at the garden when they were here there, and they said, "Have you cooked any yet?" I said, "No, we." She said, "Well, let's cook some with the meal." So I got my little bucket, and I went out there and cut about, I don't know, 30 or 40 of them off of there, because I didn't care if they stayed out there, but I wasn't going to eat them nasty things. They cake balls and they put butter or something on it. I can't eat them. But anyway, they put those things on a big old sheet and put that bacon on them. And I don't think they put any cheese. They didn't put any cheese on. But they laid that bacon across the top of them things, and they cut them open and laid them, cut the little things open and laid them over. And they laid bacon all the way across the top of every one of them and put them in that oven. Got them good and crispy kind of, not crispy, but cooked. Man, those things were good. I liked them. Oh, yeah, man. They salt, put a little, they don't think they put any salt, they put pepper on them. But yeah, they were good. But I love broccoli and cauliflower and kohlrabi. But I planted her, I raised her some. He got his eyes closed. And I raised her those Brussels sprouts, and then we had that 0 temperature, and it killed everything. That usually don't happen till the end of January. Down here, I think we get any real cold weather. In fact, we don't hardly ever get cold weather cold enough it'll kill it winter garden, but it killed it this time. Boy, that 0 or 3 or 4, 5, 6 degrees, whatever it was, it tore it up. It's over with. Broccolini. I don't guess I have. I don't know what it is. Broccolini, no, I don't think I ever heard of that. Sounds Italian. Oh, Chinese broccoli. Okay, no, I never have. The only time I've eaten broccoli is in the wintertime when I raise it. Okay, I don't. We'll cook it, but I eat it raw. Okay, I got you. So I eat it raw with ranch dressing. I can keep up with. I had 6 stalks out there. I can keep up with them with ranch dressing. Okay, I'll give her a couple of pretty good sized ones to let her cook them, but that and cauliflower, I eat both of it raw. I don't never cook it. And we did cook some cauliflower this year because she wanted to cook some, and yeah, I think it got K's azaleas. I think these azaleas out in the front yard, I believe it killed them. asparagus. Okay, I got you. I don't know if I can raise it down here. Is this broccolini? Does you plant it from a set, or does it come back every year? You have to plant it every year. It, it's some, or you buy it in the grocery store. Can you raise it? Now, I don't know if we can raise it down. Well, if we can raise broccoli, I ought to be able to raise that. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it on the plant rack. But I would sure plant one or two of them. I got my tomatoes out there in the utility room under a grow light trying to get them started. I ain't even got them to come up yet. Okay. Yeah, I got my tomatoes started, and I don't know if they're gonna come up or not. I don't know why, unless the seeds ain't no good. Oh, no. I dropped the telephone, boy. But I planted them on the 4th. No, I didn't plant them on the 4th. I planted them on the 2nd. 4 days, they ought to be up. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, that's what I do. Well, I even start my, let me tell you something, Mark. Down here, where I live in Mississippi, you plant broccoli, you plant all those cold crops in the garden in August, and want a seed germinate. They'll all lay right there. You can put as much water on as you want because they won't germinate in that hot soil. Because it's just too hot down here. You have to start them inside in the air conditioner. Yeah. Okay. You're reading what the seed says. Yeah. Yeah. The Good Friday rule. That's a good rule. Yeah. But I have to start all my broccoli and cabbage or whatever all those cold crops. I have to start them in the air conditioner. Yeah. That's right. Hard number before. That's exactly right. Onions, peppers. There you go. There you go. I usually raise some onions, but I didn't raise any last year. Uh, and we're not gonna raise any more bell peppers this year. We got so many bell peppers that I'm sick of bell peppers. Yeah, tomatoes. I'm gonna eat some tomatoes now. I don't have them. Yeah, but I don't raise a big variety of stuff because I ain't got a very big garden. Kay won't let me. She don't want me out. In our old house where we used to live, I had a beautiful asparagus bed, and we both love asparagus. And the first thing we did when I got here, where we live now, we moved here in '94. I set out. I got my timbers and went and got timbers and cross ties, and I got driftwood out of the river, big logs, I mean big timbers out of the river, and brought them and made my garden bed, my raised bed, and I said I'm gonna go up here and buy some timbers to put an asparagus bed. To build an asparagus bed, it takes a couple, 2 or 3 years, to get that stuff going. And she said, "Oh, I don't know, you don't, no, don't worry, don't do that." And I don't know, I still don't know why she didn't want me to start an asparagus bed. And both my boys got one at their home, because our whole family, everybody eats it. And I love it, man. But I don't have one. And it's too late now. I ain't gonna worry about it anymore. I just buy some. And my daughter-in-law in Arkansas told me that asparagus is good for a minute. And they just got their bed started. They'll cut some this year. They cut a little bit last year, but they had to let it stay and grow, and they'll be able to cut as much as they want this year. And she's probably gonna ferment some potatoes. There you go, Melissa. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with my chair squeaking tonight. Mm. Y'all having a food fight now. I guess everybody else is just asleep. Is Hog Leg still in the bed? Yeah, man. Asparagus is some good stuff. Boy, I had a beautiful bed. It was 3 feet wide. I think it was 15 feet long. Yeah, it was 15 feet long, 3 feet wide, 15 feet long. And I dug all the dirt out of it with a shovel. Oh, I don't know, 1.5 feet deep, I guess. I dug a grave basically 1.5 feet deep. And I brought a dirt bucket full of topsoil from the farm up there and dumped it in my backyard, and I shoveled that topsoil in there. A good 3 bale acre cotton land. And then I went and got 8 bags of black cow or manure. There wasn't black cow in them days, it was something else. This was back in the 80s. And mixed all that in there with a tiller and built that bed up about, I think it was a foot above the ground level, 3 feet by 15 a foot high. And I ordered my crowns from Burpee, and I put seven crowns, 6 or 7 crowns down through there. And I got 1-year-old crowns, and so first year let it grow, and completely the second year I let it grow, and then the third I didn't cut a single one for 2 years. And then the third year when they came up the size of that gum. I don't know, some of them are bigger than your thumb. Man, we ate so much asparagus, and I gave it away. All my neighbors was eating it. We were eating it. And I tell you, we couldn't keep up with it. It was too much. It was more than 4 of us. We couldn't keep up, and all 4 of us ate asparagus. We couldn't keep up with it. And that wasn't a big bed, 3 feet by 15 feet. That ain't much. And man, I bet that stuff is still going over there in that yard, in that garden. What am I consulted on? Oh, grow stuff, yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's the only way I've ever gardened is on raised beds. But I used to have access to tractors and dirt buckets and all that, and good dirt. And I think that garden I had in my backyard over there, I think I had 21 yards. 20. I know I did. I had 21 yards of topsoil back there that I shoveled in that garden. It was about a 10-mile one-way trip with a dirt bucket. On Saturdays, on Friday evenings, I'd hook that dirt bucket up to the tractor, and then Saturday morning, I'd go out there and get me a load of dirt and bring it to the house and dump it. Spend that week shoveling dirt. And then I got access to some at one of the gins, and we had a bunch of cotton gins running back in them days. I got access to a bunch of gin trash, they call it, where they blow the stuff out there and burn it, and it rots. It's excellent. It's excellent compost, but the only problem with gin trash is it's got so many weed seeds in it that heat don't bother. And you got quite a few weeds that'll come up in your garden, and you got to keep. But after a while, if you keep it clean, after a while, you're in good shape. Okay, I will, Melissa. What's this thing doing? It won't let me copy and paste. Let me see if I can copy and paste it up here. No, it won't let me do it. How do you copy and paste the darn thing? Rabbit putty. No, I don't want to block you. I don't know how you. I can't copy and paste it. Okay, there you go, Melissa. Do that. Or you can send it in a text message. I think I can go from. You better do it email. I know I can do it from the email. Opening new tabs, is that what you do? Well, she gonna send it to me. I can't do it now anyway. Okay, I get it. Right click on. It disappears when I put my it disappears when I put my mouse over there. Tiger, where you get rabbit pellets? Big thing down here that the farmers are doing, and of course it stinks so bad, I don't know. They putting out they putting out chicken manure. There's a company, up in I don't know, Pine Bluff, Arkansas on up, man. There's thousands of chicken farms up through there. 2 or 3 companies. I mean, it's enough chickens in Arkansas to seed the world with chickens. And they've gotten to where, okay, I got it, Melissa. They are selling that manure to farmers, and they bring in, there's a company, maybe more than one. I know there's one. That they'll bring that manure in there in big dump trucks, hopper bottoms, unload them. Yeah, still going, girl. And then this company come along with a bunch of little old John Deere tractors and their spin spreader hoppers they pull, and they'll put that stuff out over the farm field. And Lord, you talking about it's farm out metal detector on over there in Arkansas. He does it every year. He puts out 15 or 20 trailer truck loads every year. He raised a lot of cotton. And it'll rain and that wind will be just right. And Lord, you just can't hardly stay out there. Boy, that stuff stinks. But they really using that stuff up. I'm glad to see them find an outlet for it. Tiger, I'm gonna tell you something. Since we were talking about metal detecting, in the fall here, a lot of these boys, these farmers, they put out phosphorus and potash, and they put out potash about every year. And that stuff gives a metal detector a fit. I don't know what it is, man, metal detector go to chattering and raising hell, hitting them little old pieces of potash. I couldn't figure out what was going on for a while. And then it dawned on me that I could see that red stuff on the ground. It dawned on me what was going on. You have to ground balance to it and get rid of it. Yeah, Jody was swole up like a old bullfrog. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is here too, Tex. But they still, they still pulling the hipper rippers down through there and mixing all that stuff up. But that potash it must be. I guess you mine potash. I don't know nothing about it, Tim. There you go. Tia Melina. Chris Evans still here. I'm gonna put this thing in here again, and everybody wants to come up and visit. It'd be much appreciated. Make a case for not cooking. I picked on Jody so much she probably mad. Hey, Bug. Come on up, Bug man. I put that link right up there a little bit further up. Put it again. Maybe you want to drop in. Lucky, what you looking at, boy? That's a good cat, ain't it? That's my buddy, man. He sticks with me. And Kay can come in here, right here, and pet him, and he just rolls around, and she can rub on him. If I reach over right now to pet him, he gonna slap me. I ain't never figured that part out. But when he gets up on that bed over there, yeah, no. But if I get up from here and cut this thing off, he'll beat me to that bed in there. And if I reach over right now and pet him, he gonna swing at me. But like I said, Kay can walk through that door and come over here and pet him, and he just love it all he can stand. He'll take all that he can stand, won't even attempt to try to swing at him. I don't know what that is. And then once he gets in that bed in there, I can rub him and do whatever. Don't bother him a bit. Like Beach or Northern Carbon, the dust at Columbia nitrogen, yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you. I know it, and yeah. I about wore him out today, though. Yeah, that nitrogen is very harsh on metal. It'll mess it up good. Yeah, he thinks he's the boss. Man, damn cat. Hey, Lucky. Hey, boy. How fun. Come on, man. Don't be so bad. Can't hardly hold his eyes open. Y'all see him swing at me? Yeah, I mean, I knew I was ready. He didn't get me. He swung at me twice. He can't sit up at his eyes. Lucky strike. There you go. Yeah, that Bug. That's what our other cat, the female we got. Lucky words her to death, man. I subbed him last night, Melissa. I didn't even know we had another channel till last night. I didn't have no idea he had another channel. And he was on there last night, and he said he was going live, and it wasn't showing nothing on my. I looked and looked and looked and looked. And finally, I went to the Facebook page and couldn't find out any information. Well, maybe it didn't. Oh yeah, I say he sure is. I ain't even paid that much attention, but anyway, I went into YouTube and I didn't go to subscriptions, and I just scrolled all down through there and I found it. And I subscribed when I got in there. And just as I got in there, he was fussing at Jody for not subscribing for a week. And I said, well, he must not know I subscribed. He must not got the notification. He'd been fussing at me. But I didn't even know, Mark, I didn't even know you had another channel. But anyway. Yeah. Who hadn't got a wrench? Everybody so far well, I can't tell who had and who hadn't got a wrench. Yeah. They yeah, Mark got all female moderators. It's pretty cool. What do you think, Lucky? Well, I sure wish somebody come up here for a minute while I went to the kitchen. I hate to just walk off and leave y'all sitting here in my house without me being here to watch y'all. But I need to go back to the kitchen. Can I leave y'all alone for about 5 minutes while I go back to the kitchen and come back? Y'all won't get in any trouble, will you? And I can't help it. If y'all get in trouble, you just have to get in trouble because I'm going back up down and I'll be right back, y'all. Well, I guess. Hey, Dallas. Let's see, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? Y'all like talking about Jody's cooking? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, well, I can't imagine that, Melissa. Yeah, boy. Nana pudding soup. And I snorted when I heard him say that. Oh, did she? Dang, Jody. Lord have mercy, girl. Wash your mouth out with soap. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna love that braid when it cuts through that end eye too, bud. If you ain't got porcelain eyes. Of course not, if you're not fishing in current, it might not be so bad. But I had to put, when I was using, I had to put the Fuji, I had to order new eyes for all mine. But you know, fishing in the current like we do, like I did when I was boat fishing, it just steady that vibration, and it just, in a matter of, I guess, 2 months, it cut right through the eyes on two of my poles. Yeah, I mean, I know it was that current did it. No, I hate to hear that, Melissa. What Tiger say? I'm not laughing at Tiger. Him and his deduction on eating that amount of soup. Oh man, that's bad. Well, we ain't gonna get out of this world alive, that's for sure. Yeah, well, my go-to breakfast: scrambled eggs and sausage and bacon, or pancakes with bacon and sausage with with that Vermont maple syrup on. But I guess if I had to just say I couldn't have but one thing for breakfast, it'd be a sausage and biscuit with mustard on it. Okay, bub. Yeah, we know you're a bacon man. But yeah, well, I love Bloody Marys now. I love tomatoes. That's my downfall. I mean, I just soon have some spicy V8. I, Lord, there's no telling how many gallons of that stuff I drank. But went down here to. I just don't hardly. I can't hardly stand to go in Walmart. But it's a Dollar General, a mile in both directions. It's one south a mile, it's one north a mile. And I always go to the one down south because it's out of the country. I'd never seen two Dollar Generals that close together, but they both stay, you know. Yeah, that's what I would like is the spicy V8, and they didn't have it this time. You know, sometimes they don't have that stuff. I just got a regular V8, and it's about to third jar of it I've used up. You know, I don't like tomato soup. And I've eaten tomato pies, but I don't know with the crust. No, I'd say no. I'd say no, Tiger. Hey, 2 cents. That's a new name to me. I've never seen 2 cents around before. Have y'all? That's a new one on me. Yeah, welcome, man. Or lady. I'm glad to see you in here. Where are you from, 2 cents? What state? Texas, all right. Yeah. Flaker County. That don't mean it. Does that mean it's fake? I don't know enough about it to know what's going on. I just said hello. Boy, y'all investigating, huh? Well, I know a lot of people that have an account that don't have nothing on there. I got people subbed to me, friends of mine, they don't have an account. I don't think it makes no difference. But I mean, my kids, my kids are subscribed, and there you go. That's right, okay. They don't have a YouTube channel or account or whatever. Yeah, Tim, that's what happens when you don't pay your bill, man. There you go, Daddy. I don't know what kind of weather we got going on here. We can start storming here in Charlotte, though. It's 50 degrees here. Yeah, it's 50. It's going to start raining tomorrow night, it said. No, 2 o'clock tomorrow evening. Fish tank? No, no. I don't know what you hear, but there's not a fish tank. 27. Well, you snowbirds, y'all deserve it. It's been plumb hot here. We had that short enough cold spell a couple of weeks ago, and no, it ain't the toilet running either. But that gum grass green back up. My Bermuda grass is green back up. Not that gum. And then we'll get another frost, and yeah, I got fire ants now. And then we'll get another cold spell here shortly, and it'll kill it again and go dormant. They ain't gonna know when to grow. Kind of gripes me. No, man, that stuff's good for you. That fermented stuff it's good for you. $37. How in the world is it 37 and it's 50 here, Melissa? Huh? It's 50 degrees here. There it is right there. Yeah, it does. I can't wait to tie into that cabbage, that garlic cabbage I got. That garlic sauerkraut, it's about to kill me. This is worse than waiting on Christmas when you was a kid. I want to get into it so bad. Oh yeah, we got a big front coming in. That California catching hell. The whole country probably gonna end up catching hell before it's over with. These storm chasers will be all over the place. We didn't get a cold spell. No, it ain't been cold here all week. Yeah, when I went up there today to get the beach, so I went up there about 11 o'clock this morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I went up there just like I'm dressed now, but with the shorts and t-shirt and Crocs. And it's warm here today. I'll be watching it, Melissa. Tiger, you still in here? I was gonna tell you something else about this Melitech, and I ain't on see. Yeah, I ain't seen him here lately. Yeah, it moved across. I guess it must have stayed north and then dipped down south or something. I don't know. Tiger, do you know who Frank Lapagallo is? Frank in the metal detecting world, Frank Lapagallo. Okay, have you ever heard of the podcast and the Facebook stuff called Detect America? He's got a show been on for 12, 14 years. Detect America. He's on Facebook. He's not on YouTube. He's on Facebook, and then he's on the iHeartRadio and all that. He's from New Jersey, but anyway, Frank is. I don't know how old Frank is, but he left New Jersey here in the last few months and moved to Florida. You talking to me, Peter Ells? Let me go back way back up. Texas Titan. I must have missed it if you're talking to me. I don't know whether you're talking to me or not. Hateful dude. No, not Frank. No, it's not. No, Frank is not hateful. Peter Ells. Now that name don't. Dig in South Carolina. I know that channel. I mean, I've seen those. I know who you're talking about there, but that's your neighbor. Okay. Anyway, Frank just moved to the Gold Coast down here in Florida to hunt that old Spanish silver. Spanish gold. But he has a company that he got that ground penetrating radar, and he retired policeman and he had that ground penetrating radar where you can go out and mark old cemeteries off for people and everything for a price, you know. Oh hell, I'm sitting up here. Hey, Bug.
Hey, morning.
Yeah, man.
I hate wintertime. I can't lie.
You do?
Yeah, I get bored, man. Well, and the bad part this year, because the interest rates are up, uh, it's usually slow in the winter anyway, but it's like dead slow right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do about the economy and all that. I tell you, the damn stuff costs so much to do anything.
Oh no, I freaked out. I spent $175 at the store today and didn't fill a card up.
Mm-mm.
But when the credit card bills start rolling in from Christmas, people start looking to refinance. They'll realize they spent too much. But I don't know what the rates are right now. I suppose they're around 7. Yeah, well, my son, he went to work doing something different because there just ain't no refi work right now. I mean, you can't make a living doing it.
Yeah.
But like when the real estate crash happened, after about 8 months or so, I ended up landing a lender that was doing the foreclosures for HUD. So I got real busy again.
Mm-hmm.
But this is different. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Uh, I haven't had an appraisal. Well, it's Christmas too. That counts. But I haven't had not one order come in 2 weeks.
No, Lord.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all right. I'm gonna lie. I don't mind. I could use the break anyway.
Yeah.
But I can only do that for so long. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it'd be like, okay, I have to start sending out emails and hustling up work. I had to do that for ever and a day since
Mm-hmm.
'07. Come think of it.
Well, I don't want to get into the politics of it, but that's what it is.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, Coach. I'm with you 100%. We'll talk about a guy getting mad. How can you I'm sorry. How can you mess an economy up so bad?
That was
It makes me so angry.
that
And then
was
not do anything to make it get back to better. That's the part that makes me mad. If you realize you screwed something up, I don't know about you, but if I mess something up, I go out of my way to try to make it right.
we try to get it back right.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like, and the bad part, when fishing season comes, it'll get busy as all get out. That's the worst part.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about this profession is, from May till August, it gets real busy.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, now, wait a minute, that's fishing time, and then it used to be when I'd race dirt bikes from April till about June, I liked it, wasn't too hot, and in the fall time. And as I got older, I'd back off a little bit in the summer. I just didn't have fun racing when it was hot. But now that I'm fishing, it's like, oh man, but who knows? Maybe I'll marry some rich lady or something and I can just go fishing all the time.
Now, there you go.
Yep. I'm a nice guy. Why not? Somebody has to.
There you go. You find somebody, huh?
Yep.
Hmm.
I reckon I need to start going to one of them great big churches. It's got 4,000 or 5,000 people in them.
Well, either that or the grocery store.
Yep. Yep. Well, where I live at, I have to drive over to my old town to look for somebody there. 'Cause this town here is full of nothing but dirt bags.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the town I grew up in, after the factories left, it went to crap. It's one of the top 10 worst economies in the United States. We lost a Chevy plant, a Borg Warner transmission plant, and a Delcro electronics plant. That's a lot of jobs right there. I'm thinking about 25,000 jobs or something like that.
It sounds like some good jobs too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And that was the part, back then, all the people's yards was nice, and, you know, everybody had money, everyone had cars and boats and motorcycles, and they were doing good, and now most of the factory people either had to move down Bowling Green or up north if they still wanted to work at the factory.
Yeah.
I used to grumble about the UAW union because unions are good, like your journeyman electrician and stuff. Okay, then my best friend's a journeyman electrician, union guy. Well, those guys are highly trained professionals. A guy sitting there watching a park go by making $38 an hour who misses 4 days a week drunk, and the union keeps him in the spot when there's someone else could use that job. I ain't got no respect for that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know it works that way because all my family worked at the factories.
Yeah, yeah.
I think my uncle's retirement, I think he draws about $5,000 a month from General Motors.
And what did he do for a living?
He worked at Delco Electronics.
I know, but what did he do?
He wasn't even skilled trades, I don't think. He ended up going to school later in the years and got a skilled trade, but he was just a production kind of guy, hire you off the street and teach you how to do it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Now, what happened is Delco developed a division that was working with magnets, okay? And at one time, they made the strongest magnet in the world in Anderson, Indiana, and he got in on that division when it first opened. That's when he went to school and stuff and got skilled trade. Well, this stupid Delco would let the Chinese come in and tour the factory. So next thing you know, 20 years later, that factory's gone because they're making them magnets in China now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why on earth would you let these people come in and tour your factory?
Well, listen, I can stop you right there. There ain't but two things the rest of the world wants from the United States. That's their military technology and their agricultural technology.
Yep.
and these land grant universities all over the United States, Rutgers, Mississippi State, University of Arkansas, you name them.
Purdue University is a huge agriculture college.
Auburn.
Purdue.
Yeah. I mean, I said in Auburn, all
Oh,
these
yep.
land
Yep.
grant universities, they've been exporting that damn agricultural technology for 100 years.
Yep. Well, I
And
can remember my uncle grumbling about it because they would have to cover with sheets some of the machines, when the people come through, but somehow they still got the technology. I don't know if they hired people away or what.
yeah.
But they did have one cool thing they were experimenting with is like the foam trim that goes around the car door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were working on trying to make that with a graphite type of material in it that was magnetic, and they were working on trying to seal them as tight as they could to keep the noise out. It was,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. That's what part of the experimentation with the magnets was. But them magnets, they were so strong, they had to demagnetize them and ship them and then remagnetize them because if you had your hand between one of them and they went together and magnetized, it literally would crush your hand.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, that's the way we've done all our technology.
Yep.
You know,
Some dirtbags sold us out when NAFTA. I was going to business school when NAFTA was in the early development stage in Congress. I had one teacher that was real sharp, and he was telling us about it. And he was telling us, if you know anyone, and this is Muncie, if you know anyone that works in a factory, you better tell them to get their union BAs on this because they're going to sell you guys out. Sure enough, man, they passed NAFTA, and in fact, the one guy was saying that they had factories built in Mexico before it ever passed.
well,
They knew it was going to pass.
well, it ain't benefited the United States. I ain't seen where we benefited, and we can't support the world.
Well,
and
no,
these Democrats seem to think we can. And
cars didn't get no cheaper when they started manufacturing them elsewhere.
they sure didn't.
And well, my buddy, the journeyman electrician, he worked out of Union Hall for a long time, and unions are big political supporters in America. I don't know if people know how unions work or whatever, but
Big time.
the International Brotherhood Electrical Unions was always supporting Democrats. Their money was going to Democrats. Well, the electrician guys were getting mad, and my buddy told us, "I'll tell you what, I'll quit working out of this Union Hall if you guys send my money to the Democrats again." So he said, "I'll go work over at 3M in Hartford City." Sure enough, he was over there 5 years ago. He left Union Hall and went over there. But that's that there used to be a lot of organized crime in this community. The president of the Teamsters in Indiana lived here. He owned all the gambling machines in the bars. They little poker machines and stuff you see. They used to be real illegal. Well, the prosecutor built a real strong case against him, busted him, and it's like $900,000 in a safe in his house and stuff. And they take him to jury trial, and he gets acquitted. So the prosecutor's like, "Well, I ain't going to arrest him no more." And then the feds ended up getting him.
Yeah.
But there was a bar down here, and it was the Teamsters Bar, 300 Club. And if you was a Teamster, you could walk in there and buy a carton of cigarettes from them. And you had to be a Teamster to do it, but there weren't no tax stamps on the bottom of them cigarettes. You get them cheap because they got them right off the semis. And we'd be down there playing pool or something on like a Thursday night, and these 3 or 4 guys would come in suits from Detroit, and about 9 o'clock, Junior Hicks said, "Okay, boys, you got to go." And they'd run us out and lock the doors. They'd have some kind of meeting or something in there. I don't know what it was about, but we wasn't part of it.
There you go.
Yeah. My brother got run over on his motorcycle one time, killed a girl on the back, and the prosecutor was trying to charge him. Come find out the guy that hit him was the nephew of the prosecutor, right? So they were trying to charge my brother for vehicular homicide. He's sitting at railroad tracks, train goes by, this dude runs over him. He was on a motorcycle, killed the girl. Well, my old man was down because he was a union guy. He's a crane operator his whole life and a heavy equipment operator. And he was down 300 Club and said if they sent my brother to jail, he was going to go downtown and whoop that prosecutor's ass. And Junior Hicks pulled him around the back and said, come here, man. And because they, Teamsters, pay into political campaigns and stuff, and told him, say, you can't be threatening him in here.
No.
Because he was on the take from the unions,
Right.
But fortunately, we had an honest judge, and he looked at the case and looked at the prosecutor and told him, I have no idea why this case is here, but if you can't produce more than this, I highly recommend we throw this out of court and get this kid out of here. And they did.
Well, you lucky. He's lucky.
Well, what happened, the guy that run over him, my brother, there's a bar a block from my house. He stopped there after work and had one white Russian, okay? He was a biker. He had a chopper. He was getting ready to leave, and this girl asked him if he'd give her a ride out to the interstates about 13 miles from here. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. And they headed out the highway. Well, they get caught by this train, and when the arms come up, this guy run over him from behind because he just had the tail light on the motorcycle, right? Evidently, he didn't see the tail light.
Mm.
Well, the cops let this kid go home from the accident scene, and once they find out the girl died, the chief of police tells him, you go back and get that guy and get him in here. Well, hell, he was drunk when he hit him, but he said he got drunk at home like 30 minutes later,
Yeah.
And he was like drunk, would not have passed the breathalyzer test. And then come find out the girl on the back was his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Now, I don't think he run over him on purpose. I think he was just trying to catch him going out to the interstate. He might have figured my brother was trying to hit it or something,
Right.
But it messed his back up. And the worst part is the girl dying messed his head up real bad. He never got over it. He always blamed himself for that one.
Mm.
And that had a lot to do with his drug problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just, and, we had to hire a forensic investigator, and he done tests on the pieces of the tail light on the inside, and there were burn marks on it, which meant that the brake light was on when it got
light
hit.
was on. There you go.
Yeah, so, because my brother said he didn't have his lights on while he's waiting on the train because his generator was messing up or something, he said. But, it was proven he did have it on because there were burn marks on the inside of that tail light. I forget how much money it cost us, in lawyers and stuff for nothing.
Mm.
But yeah, he ended up dying. OD'd. I think he was about 14 years ago. He just could never get over it. It ate him up.
Yeah, that's pitiful.
Yeah, I never walked in those shoes, so I don't know what it had done to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if this country will ever straighten out. It won't be straightened out in my lifetime.
Mine neither. Two things are going to happen. 2 generations from now, this country's gone, or younger people get their stuff together and take it back. 1 of 2 is going to have to happen.
Yep.
I mean, people our age now, hell, I'm a vet. If someone actually done something, I'd go, but I ain't be worth much. Knowledge maybe be about it. But, me and you, people our age, we're too old to make that change now.
Oh, I know it. Yep.
And this country's in a sad state. Every day, every Sunday when I'm in church, I pray to God, please have the rapture. Let it happen now. I'm perfectly ready.
Mm. The Potomac gonna win it, Melissa. Yeah.
Now, the only thing I don't like about this, I can't see the chat on it. Let me see. Yeah, no. Well, maybe. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right, cool.
Yeah, the Potomac's gonna win it. Who's what rivers is it? Potomac and who? The James?
Was it Cooper or something like that?
Cooper?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I know DMV was killing it yesterday, and he's fishing over sort of where they're at. So if it's anything like what he was doing yesterday night, yeah, they ain't got a chance. Potomac will kill them.
Well, look, I hadn't seen Jeremy Tournament cats around lately,
No, I hadn't either. Now to mention it,
and he fishes. He's on that. He's in that deal, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because it was holidays or something. He'd been doing the family stuff.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
but he had been absent. I hadn't seen him around anywhere.
Oh, me neither. I hadn't not until you mentioned. I hadn't really thought about it, but I hadn't either.
But I don't even know who's on that team. Is Kevin on? Is it?
Yeah, I think
don't-
Kevin. Is it two stands on that one? I don't know. They was on the other one, wasn't they? The James. Yeah, now I won't know until the morning. Now that you mention it, heck, it's after 3 o'clock. You kidding me?
Yeah, it's getting late.
I don't know what time that starts in the morning. I might set me an alarm.
Freddie fishing is on that.
Yep.
Well, who are they? Tim, name them. Who is it? Cooper team? I don't even know who the Potomac guys are. I've been so I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Jeremy's family was sick. Okay, there I see.
Oh, okay, I see that now. Yeah. Yeah, Palmetto. That's Kevin. Yeah, Kevin.
Yep.
All right. So it's Kevin, Freddie, and Jeremy Tournament cats. What you got going on television?
Who?
You.
Can you hear that? Turn that
Uh,
down. I didn't think you could hear it. I could barely hear it, but I got bad ears. We got Palmetto, Jeremy, and Freddie. And Tiger said that Jeremy's brother put up a video today.
yeah. I don't know who the other one is. I don't remember who it is. Yeah.
I know. I'd give anything to have a fishing spot like the Potomac guys have. You kidding me?
Yeah, they got just about anywhere they want to go is a pretty good spot.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I first started coming around, Haz and the magician guy used to go to a place they had to walk into. I can't remember,
Yeah. Fishing
but
magician.
they had to walk like down some long steps and stuff to get down to it. But that
Yeah.
was a good spot. And then the one Chunky had where he anchors his boat out there by that bridge, that place produces fish every single time, it seems.
Right. Jimmy Smith. I don't know that name. What's his handle, Mark?
Well, I'm gonna have a good day tomorrow. Then I had that tournament will be on, and about the time it ends, I can get some stuff done, and then the first race of the Supercross season starts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
4. So I'll be in heaven tomorrow. I'm walking in
Yeah,
high cotton.
yeah, you have some to fishing gear. I don't know that handle. Yeah, you'll have a full day of entertainment.
Yeah, yep. Supercross won't get over till about midnight because it's out in L.A. The races start 9 o'clock our time, but practice and qualifying starts at 4, I think.
Was that all on TV?
Yeah, it'll be on Peacock Channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I raced dirt bikes my whole life. When I was a kid, we got one race a year on ABC Sports, and that was it. And it was like 3 months after it happened.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty happy. People don't realize how lucky they are today when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I can watch racing, motocross racing in Europe live sitting here at my house. I mean, that's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we was talking about my grandma. She's 103. That she died in December, but we was talking about imagine all the stuff she's seen invented in her lifetime.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I think I'm 75 and I've seen a lot of changes.
Yep.
But, they say change is good, but I ain't all that sure.
Yeah, I'm not real stoked on it, and I don't know if it's just me, but I tell you, it sure seems to me that like the computer and okay, computers come out, the home PC and stuff, and that technology, cell phone thing, it sure seems to me like that stuff got developed really fast. You know what I mean? The advancements in that technology. I mean, it's
Yeah. You're
I
right.
think of it. What got me thinking about? I read an article about the human brain and its adaptation to change. Okay, and they were talking about mainly things like technology and advancements and stuff. Well, historically, throughout the history of mankind, those changes happen gradually. So the human brain absorbed the newness or whatever and accustomed at a certain rate, I guess, or whatever.
Right.
And that's what the study was about is the ability for the human brain to adapt to such a rapid changing technological environment that we have today. And then that got me to thinking about cell phones, for instance. It wasn't that long ago, all a cell phone was a cell phone and it had voicemail and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And in a span of 20 years, it's went from that pretty basic technology to the fact that it's a computer in your hand.
A handheld computer that you can contact anywhere in the world.
Exactly. And to me, it seems like that there was a really rapid increase in that technology. I don't know what the cause of it was. Maybe it was aliens or something. Hell, I don't know. But it just sure seems like for instance, if you were to graph the advancement in technology throughout the human race or history, it would go at a pretty average incline. And then all of a sudden you get about 1985 and that incline just zaps straight up.
Compare to the advancement in computer technology that all of this stuff like you were talking about to the inventing the wheel.
Yep. Exactly. If that's what you say you started there in your timeline and went out to here, well, that was a pretty, steady increase. And the reason I think of it that way is because in my work, I work with, market values and things like that and the percentage of increase and shit. Or crap, I'm sorry. But in the last 25, 30 years, the advancement in technology has skyrocketed. It's almost like a floodgate opened. I don't know. It's a little deep to think about at 3 o'clock in the morning, I reckon, but
It's mind boggling is what it is.
it's scary. And, you know, we were talking about it yesterday, and some people were calling BS or whatever, but Alexa, I'm talking about that Alexa thing you put in your house and you talk to? If you got one of them in their house, you best get rid of that. That is the stupidest. That is giving the government access to your communications with your family and your personal information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's
Most
right.
TVs can do it now.
Yeah.
And people call BS. Well, I read Snowden. I read his biography, man, and he tried to warn them, and all they done is they want to kill him. The guy's a hero. Because here's the example I use. I stop at the gas station and talk to this guy all the time. Okay, well, I'm in there one day. My phone's in my back pocket. His phone's in his pocket, and
Hello.
we're talking. we're talking about auto clutches for dirt bikes. Okay, there's one company that makes them called Recluse, the only company that makes them. And we were talking about how they worked and stuff like that, right? It's the most abstract thing you could think of that I could think of.
Yeah.
I come in the next day and he says, "Man, you're not going to believe this. I had ads pop up on my phone today for the Recluse auto clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Guy doesn't even ride motorcycles. Why would that ad pop up on his phone?"
Yeah. They
You
heard
know what
they.
I'm saying? I'm sorry that just, I was like, "You got to be," and he showed it to me. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Did you Google it or something after I left?" He said, "No." He said, "Hell, I forgot about it till the ad popped up."
There you go. Oh,
So, you know,
no doubt about it. They tracking.
oh yeah, and they're storing it on a giant facility in, I think it's Utah or Nevada. 'Cause Snowden was on the team that developed all that technology and put
Mm-hmm.
it into play. And when he realized what they were doing, that's when he's like, "Wait a minute." Kind of like the guy that invented the nuclear bomb. You know, I'm sure if you ask him, he would say, "Boy, I sure wish I hadn't done that one."
Yeah, it's yeah. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what the answer's gonna be. I don't even like to think about it.
No, I'm like you. I'm just glad I'm old.
There you go.
I ain't got to worry about it. And I suppose if the federal government wants to come get me because I tell them fuck you all, or I tell them go to heck all the time, then so be it. Come get me.
There you
Well, I've been kicked off TikTok. I don't know how, or Twitter, not TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I know I'm on, my name on Twitter right now is Don't Ban Me Bro #4. So there's 3 times I've been banned, not counting the other 2 accounts I had before I started with that name. Because I can't hold my tongue sometimes if somebody's being stupid.
go. There you go.
And bad part is I say bad words a lot, and I shouldn't. You know, that'll get you banned in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well. I never have. Well, I've gotten warnings on Facebook, and I didn't really realize what I didn't. I still don't know what they was talking about, but I don't know.
Well, I
Uh,
figured out the loophole around it on YouTube because I comment on YouTube, or not YouTube, Yahoo stories all the time. For instance, if you want to say the word, oh, something like beat their ASS or whatever,
yeah.
okay? Well, on the ASS, you got to put a couple slashes between the 2 S's, okay? And
Hmm.
any word that might be offensive, for instance, or anything that might be a dirty word, even
Yeah.
whatever that word is, and it'll give you a little notification before you send it to say, you know, this may fall over guidelines, blah blah blah. Are you sure you want to? And you have to go back and amend it to get it past their
Mhm.
sensors. And that's how I learned about it. And I started putting them dashes in between, breaking up the bad words, and so it goes through. But I don't know how many times they've told me if I didn't quit it, they wouldn't let me comment no more.
Yeah. Well, look here. I'm about to reach my bedtime.
I'm loving it. I'm tired too. I'm just waiting on you to tell me go.
Yeah, I'm finally getting sleepy.
Well, I
And,
did talk. Me and Mom talked about this week that we're going to try and get my cousin to help me out this coming summer so I can do some stuff.
there
So
you go.
hopefully I get out and get to actually do some catfishing instead of just the local carp place here, you know. So
Yeah,
I plan on going and visiting some people and fishing this summer.
there you go.
So I may get down that way and sit on the bank with you and your buddy and his dog one time.
If
We'll
you come
see.
this way, let us know.
Oh, I will. I will.
I think
Well,
Eric.
I've driven across the Mississippi River one time, and other than that, I ain't really never seen it. You know, I grew up on weekends on the Ohio River, but you know, I'd like to see that river and actually get close to it.
Yeah, I think Eric's going fishing tomorrow. He came over this afternoon. Hey, Papa.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah, he came by today and got the light and the battery and all. I think he's going fishing tomorrow evening.
Had the river up?
Oh no, it's at 23 feet. That's that. No, it's not up.
Okay, that's cool. All right,
Yeah,
Coach, I'll let you go, man. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey,
yeah. Tim,
wait, real quick. Do you know when that tournament starts tomorrow? Anybody?
I think it's 9 o'clock, isn't it? My time.
9 Eastern.
Eight,
Yep.
eight, 8 o'clock your time. I think.
I think I'm the same time as they are. I'm Eastern, I think. I
Let's
don't
wait.
remember. It's
Let's wait.
3:30.
Wait, and somebody will tell you what time it start. Mark, 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I mean Eastern. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern. I believe it.
Yeah, I'll scroll back here and look. No worries. All right, Coach. I'll holler at you.
All right, bud. See you
All right,
later,
later.
man. And Tim, you just gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup. 'Cause I'm about to go to sleep. I'm sorry I kept you awake, man. But I got to go to bed, y'all. And I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for hanging in here. And y'all have a good night. And I guess I wonder if we could all throw in a couple of dollars and get Jody some cooking classes. I'm sure they got cooking classes over there close to her. And we all put in $5 a piece. Maybe we can get at least somebody to teach you how to fry eggs, maybe. Y'all think about that. I'll see y'all later. I enjoyed it. Good night.